Hello there. Today we're going to talk about manifesting. When we talk about manifesting, we should utilize it in many different ways, but that's where the problem starts, especially when you're starting off. You don't realize that there are lots of mistakes and lots of things you need to apply to make sure that you qualify yourself to make it happen. My name is Barry Lynch. I have been manifesting for almost 33 years. I have manifested anything from homes to cars to money, you name it. If you're the type of person that's been struggling, well, there are many reasons why. And one of them is the hard way, where it hasn't worked for you in the past, but that's going to change. First of all, what is manifesting? Well, I suppose it's all about being in the right vibration. It's giving you access to all of your desires. But what exactly are your vibrations? Well, they are your energy waves of your emotions and feelings. And the stronger your vibrational energy, the stronger your manifesting abilities become. Those who radiate with negative vibrational energy will manifest negative things. So you've got to be fully aware of what it is or what vibration you're actually in. You've got to be able to control your emotions and feelings so you work towards what it is you're manifesting. Why do many some simply believe that this is not true or it doesn't work? Well, if you wake up and you say to yourself, well, it's going to be a crummy day, what normally happens is that it will be a crummy day. But on the other hand, if you wake up and say, well, you're going to have a great day, well, generally speaking, you will have a great day. You've got to remember that it sometimes has got to do with the way you think. You might as well be thinking positive as opposed to thinking negative, because either way, it's your choice. You can decide what it is that you want to think. There's going to be an outstanding day if you want to have an outstanding day, or it's not going to be an outstanding day. It's really your choice. You've got to decide. But let's look at the steps anyway. So the first step is about getting clear on what you want. If you don't know exactly what you want, well, then you can actually take steps to make it happen. Maybe work towards your desire. What is it you have desired in the past? To get started with this first step, create a list of maybe 20 or 25 different things that you want to manifest in your life. Maybe you want a car. Maybe you want a 1965 Mercedes coupe with a working engine, of course, because you got to remember that you've got to be careful what you manifest. There are lots of things that people tend to manifest, but they don't be precise. They don't be exact, and therefore they end up with something similar. I heard a story once of a lady that, grew up and she said she was always going to, have lots of money and handle lots of money. And she ended up working in a bank. Coincidental? Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe you might ask yourself that you want an SUV or a four-wheel drive vehicle, but you've got to be precise. What age is it going to be? What color is it going to be? How much mileage is going to be on it? What's the interior like? So you got to form the bones around everything relating to what it is you want. When I look back at some of the stuff that I've manifested, if I wanted a car, I will look at the type of car. I will look at the model, the make, the year, of course, the color. I will also look at the interior. I will decide whether it's leather, what color leather it is. I will also then make out when I'm driving the car what I feel like that is. So if I'm driving down the street, maybe I have the windows down, maybe I have some music on, makes me feel good. Why? Because I'm utilizing all my mental faculties. I'm building into it my feelings and emotions. It's not just good enough to simply say that you just want to manifest something and you start thinking about it or visualizing it. You've got to create some emotional attachment and some feelings attached to what you're trying to manifest. So by simply saying you want a car, you could end up with a banger. By simply saying you want a particular car, a particular color with a particular leather interior, well then, you're starting to create the emotions and feelings attached to it. Almost like sitting in it and you can smell the leather. Almost driving along and you feel good. Almost looking at every aspect of what it is that why you want to manifest that up. Manifesting step number 2, ask the universe. Once you have your list, as we mentioned earlier, making a list from 20 to 25, it's time to amplify your signal to the universe by asking for what you want. If you don't ask, it will still stir and try to help you, but it guesses as to what it is that you truly desire. So the important thing is that you've got to focus on what you want and ask for your want and truly desire what you want. There are lots of ways you can ask, including prayer, meditation, visualization, vision boards. And an easy way to do all that is to ask what you want, is to write a letter to the universe indicating what it is you want. Manifesting step number 3, work towards your goals. Make sure you take action going towards your goals. Manifesting is the art of co-creating with the universe. Working towards your goals increases your chances of receiving what it is you want. It also is fun. Write down 3 actions that you could take today that's going to bring you closer to your goal. Start taking the action and keep taking action until you start to reach the goal. Because you've got to remember, it's not just going to happen. It's up to you to make it happen. And that's only going to happen if you start to take the steps. Trust the process. Very important. Step number 4. As you work towards your goal, you may question if manifesting actually works. You might even get discouraged and frustrated. When you question manifestation, you're telling the universe to prove manifesting doesn't work. The law of attraction obliges by sending you experiences that will keep you stuck. Manifesting step number 5. Receive and acknowledge what you get. The universe is always giving you help, but it's easy to miss that. Like what we said earlier, sometimes you can find you being caught in your habitual state of behavior. And therefore, you might start with good intentions to your day, but then you lose track of your day and so many things happen. You get to the end of the day and you can't even remember what happened. And time has gone by. That's where you've just got caught up with your habitual state of behavior. It's important when you're manifesting, do it as many times as you can during the day. Why? Because it allows you to raise your vibration and move towards that. Start to acknowledge and receive signs from the universe. The universe will give you more of what you want. Step number 6, keep your vibration high. As I said, keep thinking about what you want. Do it several times during the day. According to the law of attraction, you attract what you are sending out. To attract more of what you want, you'll have to raise your vibration. You must tune into your signal to a vibration worthy of receiving it, and then stay positive. Manifesting step number 7, clear your resistance. If you haven't yet manifested what you want, it's likely you may be resisting to what it is you're going after. What the universe has to offer. When you look at doubts, pain, procrastination, frustrations, anxieties, fears, regrets, and resentments, they're all forms of resistance and will push it away. When I look back at recently, I decided to buy a property. And I was over $100,000 short to buy that property. I had decided that 6 months previous that I was going to manifest it, and long or short, I was going to get that property. I wasn't sure how or where or when, but I knew that it was going to happen. So what I started to do was every day, at least 3 times a day, I would manifest $100,000 coming into my account. I would see the money in my account, and I would see me then paying the balance on the property. So what I did was I would first of all count the money in my head in 5,000 lump sums. So there was $50 multiplied by 50, which gave me 2,500. And then we multiplied that by the equivalent up to 100,000. I would then see them on my kitchen table. I would pick up one pile and I would take a $50 note out of it and stuff it in my mouth. And then I would spit it out, saying it was disgusting. I would then flick through and I would listen to the noise of all the notes and I would count them right up until 100,000. I'd go 2,500, 5,000, 7,500, 10,000, and so forth, right the way up until I got to 100,000. I would then see myself putting that into a bag. I'd stuff it into a carry or a hold-all bag, and then I went down and lodged it into my bank. And then I would see my bank balance raise and keep going up and up and up every week until I got to the 100,000. And I did. I made it. I came to that stage. I finally, a lot of things happened in the last week or two coming up towards it, and I finally got the exact amount that I needed. And it turned out that it was a lot easier than what I thought. I was very much so short, and I was looking at trying to sell stuff in order to raise the money, but I didn't need to. Out of the blue, I hadn't realized that I had a pension, and out of the blue, it just came. I found a document one day and looked at it and read it, and long behold, it was nearly 100,000. So it came around in different ways, but the main thing is that you keep looking for and asking for what you want, and you keep reminding yourself of what you want all the time. Get clear. So let's go over a couple of the points that we spoke about. There were 7 steps in total. The first one is get clear on what you want. Ask the universe for it, number 2. Number 3, take action and help the universe make it happen for you. 4, trust the process. 5, acknowledge that it's being sent to you along the way. So be thankful that it's on its way. 6, increase your vibration all the time. Always stay in the high vibration. If you find that you're getting caught in a habitual state of behavior, make sure that you allow yourself 2 or 3 times during the day to increase your vibration, stay high, and accept it. And number 7, clear all resistance. Don't allow other things get in the way, the fear, anxiety, the doubt. Just keep working towards it. So remember, manifesting is something anybody can do. If you follow these steps, you will find that you too will have the same success that I've had in many, many different ways.